Hello, I'm Katie Gates, and I want to talk about the number one reason why rape victims don't talk, why children that are being abused don't talk, and why children who are being sexually abused don't talk. It's the number one reason, and they all have it in common. And to me, it is a very sad reason. That reason is they fear people becoming angry at them or upset at them for speaking truth. You know, and I know that truth is very hard for people to accept, especially when they've painted a picture of the person that has been hurting a child or a person that has raped a woman or a child. It's very hard for people to accept truth, even though it is the truth. People will become mad at you for speaking truth because they feel like you're putting their friend or their cousin or their uncle or their aunt or their grandparents, their father, their mother on blast. But in reality, you're speaking real truth. And so rape victims and children that are being, physically abused or sexually molested don't come forward because people whom they thought they can count on and trust turn against them. And they do that because they've known the person that has hurt the child or raped the woman for so long. And they're saying there's no way he could have did that to her. There's no way they could have did that to them. I've known them for years. I know better. That person goes to church every Sunday and they pay their dues and their tithes. They're singing hymns. They're quoting the Bible. They're saying there's no way that person did that. I've attended gatherings with that person. We went out to dinner. We've did this and we've did that. But I'm going to tell you something. He or she may be, they may pay all of their tithes or they may volunteer or they may be the best person that you think you know. In church on Sunday, but the night before, the man was raping, Susie Q over there or molesting the child. And yet in church every Sunday, because people, not all people, a lot of people, especially people who have a craft at molesting children, are one way to the world and another way behind closed doors. That's what we have to understand. These people that rape women and molest children or abuse children have perfected their craft, especially the ones that care about getting caught, especially the ones that care about their reputation. They're not just doing this stuff out in the open. No, they plan this stuff. They have perfected their craft. And so I'm expressing to those of you that are watching, you may know me, you may not know me, but instead of getting mad at the victim because the victim has ruined your idea of the person that you thought you knew, you need to start asking yourself, is there some truth to this? And especially if you are a Christian, we have discernment. Is there some truth to what she's saying or what he's saying or what they're saying? Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's very rare for someone to come out and lie on somebody, especially when it comes to such a private matter. Because when you've been abused, whether it's via rape or sexual molestation, there's a sense of shame that comes with that. You don't want anybody to know. For one, you're afraid that no one will believe you. Two, you're afraid that if you do say something, everybody's going to blame you and get mad at you. And three, it's shameful. So a lot of people, a lot of children or women that say these things aren't just saying them to get attention or to get someone in trouble or to ruin someone's reputation. They're saying this because it's truth. And a lot of people don't like to eat and digest truth, but it is truth. Me being a victim of sexual molestation, I can say to you, I felt a sense of shame for years. I'm talking years, even into adult childhood. The things that have happened to me and the people that did those things are not something that we just get on here and say, well, so and so did this, especially when we know they have a great reputation around town or in the church or wherever they are. It takes courage and a lot of guts to come forward. So a lot of children are being silenced by people they trust and by people they should be able to depend on because they fear being blamed. They fear you getting upset with them instead of listening. Because as human beings, sometimes we develop a beautiful image in our heads of what we think someone should be, instead of, really seeing them clearly, taking the blinders off and paying attention. Because this is something else I can guarantee you, because I've seen it with my own eyes numerous times. Although they have perfected their craft, and I'm talking about the abusers here, although they have perfected their craft, there's always a sign. They always do something because they can't help. The sin can't help but yearn to get caught. It yearns to be seen. The problem is people aren't paying attention. And I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not blaming parents whose children have suffered this. Like I said, I suffered this, and my mom was the best mom on the block. The best mom in the world to me. The greatest woman, one of, that I know. God rest her soul. But there's always a sign. But that's the number one reason why, children that are being molested or being physically abused, or women who have been raped, the number one reason why they don't come forward is fear of someone not believing them, the people that they count on the most, those that should be praying for them and uplifting them, helping them get better, letting them know that you are okay. I believe you. You are going to be okay, are the people that then shun them. So not only are they being tormented and raped, by someone who has no business touching them, the same thing is happening to them in a different way when you don't, or I don't, or we don't believe them. That's the number one reason. Because they've ruined an image that someone else has created. And so they start feeling alone. People turn away and turn their backs and start saying things. So that sense of shame grows. It's like a fungus. It grows, it expands in the mind, the body, everywhere. And most of the time, those kids or young girls or whomever, they start acting out of character. Their behavior goes from day to night. And it's because of that anger, that pain. They feel as though the truth can't come out of them. So that's the number one reason why these victims don't speak up. A lot of this also leads to suicide. Because like I stated before, those who should have their backs turn away from them, because the people that turn away from them feel as though they've ruined the reputation, or they're just speaking nonsense, or they're trying to just, bash someone for no reason. Ludicrous. There's always a reason. Especially when a child that has suffered trauma comes forward and say, so-and-so did this. A woman come to you and say, I've been raped, especially if it can be proven. A child that's been molested. There's always a reason. 9 times out of 10, it is always the truth. You may get that one, occasional somebody trying to ruin somebody's reputation, or, da 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 da. but 9 times out of 10, it is the truth. So I need us. It's our duty to start listening. Stop shunning. Stop disliking these children and these women and, just those that have suffered the trauma. Stop doing that because you feel like they have just discolored your beautiful world of a person that you thought you knew. Like I said, these people that hurt children or rape women are one way to the world, another behind closed doors. They attend church every Sunday. They get up, they go to work on time every day. They are at schools. They go to functions. You see them in restaurants, in stores. You conversate with them. These are the people that you'd never believe are raping women, are mutilating children. But they are. That's why we can't put people up on a pedestal. We can't sit them higher than God. We have to look at people the same. All too often, human beings put other human beings on a pedestal. Start worshiping the image that we think we know, and eyes are closed shut. So this is just my plea that we really start paying attention as human beings. We start helping these children that are being sexually molested or physically abused. We listen to them. They have enough they're dealing with. And shame for anybody, especially when it comes to being touched in a sexual manner without your permission, is the worst. Have lived it, done it, been through it, overcame it, praise God. It is the worst, but it's happening. So listen to the kids, help them, listen to the women. That's my plea. And that is the number one reason why victims of abuse don't come forward. Even women that are being physically abused by their husbands, they don't come forward because the husband has painted this beautiful picture of himself to the world. So let's just come together. Let's start listening and paying closer attention to the things that are going on around us. Thank you so much. I'm Katie Gates. And if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Leave me a comment. I'm Katie Gates. This is The Whole Agenda, and I love you all. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye.